AITA for not showing up at my own wedding after my fiancé banned my family. My name is Vincent. I am 29 years old, a plumber and the owner of my own plumbing business in Las Vegas, Nevada. I met Genevieve 2 years ago when I handled an emergency repair at her luxury apartment downtown. She was a pharmaceutical sales executive, beautiful, professional, and very high class. We dated for 2 years. We came from different worlds. She made $95,000 a year, while I made $65,000. She lived in professional circles, attending galas and mixers. I lived among my working-class family. My family was big, loud, and no-nonsense. My dad is a retired mechanic, and my mom is a housewife. My 3 brothers work in manual labor. Our family gatherings always had over 40 people, including uncles, aunts, and cousins. Your family is very lively, Genevieve said after our first date. We are loud, but loving, I told her. Definitely loud, she replied. After 18 months, I proposed to her. I bought an $8,000 ring. Genevieve wanted an elegant, sophisticated wedding, one designed to impress her peers. She wanted the Bellagio with a view of the fountains and a high-class buffet. The decoration had to be perfect. The cost was about $45,000 in total. It is a lot of money. Can you help pay? I asked her. I am saving to buy a house. I thought you would pay for the wedding. It is tradition, she said. I agreed. I took out a personal loan of $25,000 and used $27,000 of my hard-earned savings. Total, $52,000. It was all the money I had. As we planned, Genevieve began to change. Her attitude shifted every time I mentioned my family. How many of your family members are coming? She asked one evening. About 40, I said. 40? That affects the aesthetics. I need a balance between my professional guests and your people. My people? You mean my working-class family? I corrected her. At a 4th of July family barbecue, my Uncle Ray told bad jokes that made everyone groan. My Aunt Teresa sang karaoke and sang very badly. My cousin Dominic brought his baby, who would not stop crying. Genevieve stood there, visibly uncomfortable, scrolling through her phone. They are too loud, too informal, she whispered to me. It is a family barbecue, Genevieve, not a formal dinner, I reminded her. I am not used to this level of informality, she said coldly. 2 months before the wedding, Genevieve dropped the bomb. Vincent, we need to talk about your guest list. It is too big. The people will not fit in. Fit in with what? I asked. The vision I have. Elegant, sophisticated, classy. My family has class, Genevieve. It is just a different class, I argued. Your uncle is a mechanic. Your cousins work in construction. They do not know how to behave at an elegant black tie event. Behave? They are adults, I said, getting annoyed. At my company birthday party, your Uncle Ray made an inappropriate joke in front of my boss. It was a harmless joke. Your boss laughed. He laughed out of politeness. I was dying of embarrassment. So what do you want? I asked. Your wedding? I thought it was ours, I said. It is ours. But I have a reputation to maintain in my industry with my colleagues, and your family will understand. They are simple people. They do not take these things personally. Simple people. You know what that means, do not you? They are not complicated like my circle, she said. I looked at Genevieve, at the woman I thought I loved, and saw a stranger. I saw someone who valued appearances over people, status over family. Okay. Yes, really. I will limit my list. As you wish, I lied. Thank you. I knew you would understand. This will make the wedding perfect, she smiled. Perfect. That night, after Genevieve left, I sat alone thinking, processing what had just happened. My family, the people who raised me, who worked hard to give me a better life, who celebrated every achievement, who were with me in every difficult moment, were being called embarrassing. My Uncle Ray, who taught me to fix my first car when I was 14. My Aunt Teresa, who made me chicken soup every time I got sick. My cousin Dominic, who lent me money when I opened my business. Simple people who do not take it personally? No, they were proud, hardworking, loyal people. People who deserved respect. And Genevieve wanted to exclude them because she felt ashamed, because of image, of appearances. At that moment I knew. I could not marry someone who felt ashamed of my roots, of my people, of who I am. I made a cold, calculated, and devastating decision. The next day, I started making calls in secret, without telling anyone. And that was when the most expensive and satisfying plan of my life began. The next day, I started the calls, all in secret, while Genevieve was working at her office. First, I called the wedding coordinator. I need to cancel everything. The whole wedding, Mr. Vincent. The wedding is in 2 months. You will lose most of the deposits, she warned. I understand. How much approximately? $26,000 in penalties and non-refundable deposits. Proceed with the cancellation, I said firmly. Are you sure? It is a lot of money. Completely. Cancel everything. Then I called the Bellagio. Wedding reservation cancellation. $9,000 lost. The buffet, $6,500 lost. The photographer kept the $3,000 non-refundable deposit. The florist, $800 lost. The band charged a penalty of $1,200. The limousine deposit was lost. I canceled the backup DJ. Everything. Every contract, every reservation. Total lost, $48,900. More than half of what I had paid. The coordinator called me back. Mr. Vincent, are you aware that this is irreversible? Completely aware. And the bride, does she know? She will find out eventually. This is unusual. It is necessary. But I did not care about the lost money. It was a small price to find out who Genevieve really was. Better to lose $48,900 than a whole life. I also sent a message to my family, to all the 40 people that Genevieve wanted to exclude. Family, I regret to inform you that the wedding has been canceled for personal reasons. I love you guys. Thanks for always supporting me. My mom called right away. Vincent, what happened? Genevieve and I are not getting married. Why? What happened? She did not want you guys to go to the wedding. She said you were embarrassing, that her friends would judge. She wanted only you, 7 parents and siblings, no one else. The rest were too embarrassing for her elegant wedding. Vincent, if that is what she needs. No, Mom, I am not marrying someone who is ashamed of you. Of us, of who I am. Did you cancel the wedding? Yes, everything. I lost over $48,900 in penalties. $48,900? Son, that is all your money, your savings. I know, but it is worth it not to make the mistake of marrying the wrong person. My dad took the phone. Son, I am proud of you. You have guts. You have character. Thanks, Dad. You taught me to value family. I will not betray that. Does she know yet? No. She will find out on the wedding day. You are not going to show up. Exactly. I will not show up. It is simple. That is brutal. She was brutal first, calling our family embarrassing. Simple people. Period. My Uncle Ray also called. Nephew, I heard. You do not need to do this for us. In the following weeks, I acted normally with Genevieve, as if nothing had changed. We talked about the wedding, the plans, the last details. Did you send the invitations to your reduced family? She asked. Yes, all settled, perfect. This wedding is going to be elegant, no drama, no embarrassment. My colleagues will be impressed exactly as you want. Have you practiced your vows? Are they ready? Can you show me? They are a surprise for the big day. She also started to notice that I was different, more distant. Are you okay? You seem quiet lately. Just stressed with work. Lots of projects. Are you sure it is not wedding nerves? No, the wedding is perfect, according to your standards. Good, because I invested a lot of energy planning this. Me too. A lot of energy and a lot of money. I know and I appreciate it. Even though I wish you had listened when I suggested cutting costs in certain areas, like not inviting your whole family. Exactly. That would have saved on the buffet, the seats, everything. You are right. It would have saved a lot. A week before the wedding, my younger brother called me. Vincent, are you really going to do this? Do what? Not show up? Leave her standing at the altar? Yes, completely. That is savage. But you understand why. She chose image instead of family, status instead of love. I choose family above all. Mom is worried about you, about the money you lost. Tell her not to worry. It is better to lose $48,900 now than an unhappy lifetime with the wrong person. What if she changes? If she apologizes when she finds out? She will not change. This is her. And even if she changed, I have already seen her true character. The day before the wedding, Genevieve was euphoric, radiant, happy. Tomorrow we will be husband and wife. Can you believe it? It is hard to believe. Everything is going to be perfect, elegant. Exactly as I dreamed since I was a child. Exactly as you dreamed. Is your small family ready? They confirmed attendance for tomorrow. Good, because mine will be the majority. 70 people, colleagues, friends, professionals. Classy people. Classy people. Sure. That night, I prepared everything. I packed a small bag with clothes for the weekend and important documents. I also wrote a letter in a white envelope and left it in her apartment while she was at dinner with the bridesmaids. Genevieve, I cannot marry someone who is ashamed of my family, who calls them embarrassing, who values appearances above real people. I canceled the wedding 6 weeks ago. Everything. I lost $48,900 in penalties, but it was the cheapest price I ever paid to find out who you are. I will not appear tomorrow. Goodbye forever, Vincent. Then I drove to my parents' house, where my whole family would be the next day for a family barbecue. And thus began the best day that would never be my wedding. The wedding day dawned perfect. Blue sky, bright sun, ideal temperature. Pure irony. I woke up at my parents' house at 10 in the morning, relaxed, no suit, no stress. The wedding was scheduled for 3 in the afternoon at the Bellagio, overlooking the Las Vegas Strip. But I would not go. I had never planned to go. My family was in the backyard preparing the barbecue, grilling steaks, chicken, ribs, and making salads. How are you feeling? My dad asked. Calm, calmer than in the last few months. No regrets. None. This is exactly where I should be. My mom hugged me. Son, you did the right thing. Family always comes first. You taught me that. I will not forget it for anyone. At 2 in the afternoon, my phone started ringing. Genevieve. I ignored it. Then her mother. Ignored. Then the wedding coordinator. I answered that one. Mr. Vincent. The bride is here. She asks where you are. I am not coming. The wedding was canceled 6 weeks ago. What? But she is here dressed as a bride with 70 guests. I know. I canceled everything. Do you have the signed documents? She did not know. Now she knows. There is a letter in her apartment explaining everything. This is unprecedented. Maybe, but necessary. At 3 in the afternoon, my Uncle Ray raised his beer for Vincent, for having nerves of steel. Everyone toasted, laughing, celebrating. My phone exploded. Messages from unknown numbers. Genevieve's friends. How could you do this? You are a monster. She is destroyed. I blocked everyone. I did not care about their opinion. My cousin Dominic approached. I saw on social media. A friend of Genevieve's posted a photo of the empty Bellagio venue with her crying. Says you are cruel, heartless. She called our family embarrassing. Who is cruel? You are right, just passing it on. At 5 in the afternoon, Genevieve showed up at my parents' house, still in her wedding dress, makeup smeared by tears. Vincent, are you here? I walked out calmly. Yes, I am here. Why? Why did you do this? Did you read the letter? The letter explains nothing. You humiliated me in front of 70 people. You humiliated my family, calling them embarrassing. I just wanted a perfect wedding, at the cost of excluding the people who love me, who raised me. That is not perfection, it is cruelty. We could have talked, negotiated. We had already talked. You said my family was embarrassing. Simple people. Those were your exact words. I was stressed. I did not mean it. You meant it very much. And at that moment I knew I could not marry you. You lost $48,900 out of pride, out of dignity. The difference is, we could have been happy. No, you would have been happy. I would have been miserable, hiding who I am, ashamed of my roots. My family watched from the backyard in silence, supporting me with their presence. And now, cried Genevieve, it is all over. It ended 6 weeks ago when I canceled the wedding. Today I just made it official. I hate you. That is fine. I prefer your hate to your shame. She left screaming, crying, with her wedding dress all crumpled. My dad put his hand on my shoulder. Well done, son. Thanks, Dad. And now we enjoy the barbecue with the family that is never ashamed of me. The following days were chaotic. Genevieve tried to contact me constantly. Can we fix this? I was an idiot. I admit it. Give me another chance. I blocked everything. There was no going back. I also found out that her story went viral on local social media. Bride left at the altar after calling groom's family embarrassing. Instant karma. Woman loses $50,000 wedding for being a snob. The comments mostly supported me. He did the right thing. Family is everything. She deserved it. You cannot insult someone's family and expect them to marry you. $48,900 well spent on a lesson in humility. 6 months later, my life was better. No wedding debt, no Genevieve, no drama. I rebuilt my savings slowly, working hard as always. I also met someone. Elena, 27 years old, a teacher. Working class family like mine. Do you have a complicated ex? She asked on the second date. I had a fiancé who called my family embarrassing. I canceled the wedding. I lost $48,900. I do not regret it. That is incredible. You really did not show up. I did not show up. I spent the day with my family having a barbecue. You are my hero. Elena met my family a month later. They got along super well. Your family is wonderful, she said later. Loud, loving, real. That is what Genevieve hated. Then she was an idiot. And now with Elena, I have someone who celebrates my family, not who hides them. I do not regret what I did one bit. It was the best money spent in my life. I bought clarity, dignity, freedom. I learned that no one is worth it if they make you ashamed of who you are, of where you came from, and that $48,900 is a cheap price to discover someone's true character before a permanent mistake. Genevieve learned that appearances have a cost, and that some humiliations are deserved. I learned that being alone is better than being with someone who is ashamed of you. This is my full story, and I would not change a thing. Comment. Friends, this story reminds us that no amount of money or status is worth sacrificing your dignity. True love should celebrate your roots and your story, never asking you to hide them. Like Vincent, do not be afraid to walk away from anyone who makes you feel small or ashamed of the people who raised you. Remember, the most expensive price you can pay in life is losing your true self just to please someone else. If you like the stories, don't forget to leave a comment and support the channel by subscribing. See you in the upcoming stories.